Welcome back. We're at the final stage of remediating this advanced form. So we got a couple things left to do. We need to check the reading order of the document, and we need to run our final accessibility checks. Now, a lot of times at this point, before I do a reading order check, I will run an accessibility check on it just to see if there's anything cloyingly wrong. And doesn't appear to be. And as we've said in previous videos, logical reading order, blue circles question mark, means that's something we have to check ourselves because the system doesn't know it. So I'm going to open reading order and see everything's numbered. And we're going to go through. So 1, 2. I want that figure to occur before the H1 for the headline, for the title. So I'm going to move it up the tree here under page 1. There's our image, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now note that here the field occurs before the word that the field indicates. The field occurring before the word is a visual style thing, and it's fine like that. But in order to have it act the way it needs to in assistive technology, it's better that the word come first. So these actually read backwards in the reading order. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here we go. Here's some backwards. 17, 18, 19. Okay. Next heading, it should be 30, 31. Looks good. 4, 6, 7, 8. No problem so far. Now, when you get lower on here, one thing to keep in mind is that when you start to go lower than the part of the page that you see, it's not going to auto scroll for you the way it does when you check the order of your form fields, when that's over here and you scroll down. So you actually want to move that page up a little bit so you can continue to see. And looks like we're doing good. These all would be this way with the word red before you hit the form field and the tooltip. Next heading, paragraph, page 1 is good. On to page 2. This is where we have our table. Our heading, and the table should read left to right on each row, and it's doing exactly that in the right order. That page was good. Next page, 2 and 3. 2 is the first block of paragraph. 3 is the link. 4 is the rest. No problem with that link. Didn't show up in the accessibility check, so that's good. 5. Another table, and it's numbered the way it should be. We may not have any reading order problems in this document. Okay. On page 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Table reads fine. Employee signature. Note that as we moved the tags around, the strange number thing was 14, 15. Got corrected as we moved the tags. Sometimes that'll happen, and sometimes it won't. That's why I like to clear out the page structure and the initial tags, because sometimes that information will stick. So it would have gone 14, 15, and it may not have actually given me the option to change that. So doing it like this made it a little more flexible when I moved the tags around. So 14, 15, 16, 17. Yep, that's good. So the reading order for the entire document is good, except for that one thing on page 1. So now it's time. We're going to go back to tags. And we're going to look, and the reason that we're going to do that is we're going to make sure that after looking through a reading order, that nothing jumped out of its place. I mentioned earlier that sometimes when you do that, table items, for example, will jump out of their subsets. A lot of times you'll have the actual cells will jump all the way out to the far left side, and you have to tuck them back in. But it looks like everything stayed in place, probably because we didn't have to change the reading order on the table. That one looks good too. So everything played nice. Okay, so everything's good there. So now we're going to do our final accessibility check. Okay, and we have 3 issues. We have logical reading order. We know that's okay. So we're going to pass that. Color contrast. With color contrast, there's nothing in here since it's all basically black on white. That would be an issue. But if you're using a lot of colors, you're going to want to use the color contrast analyzer or another tool. I believe I talked about a color contrast analyzer in another of the videos. Make sure that that's good. But we know this is black on white, so we're going to pass this. Title. So a lot of people don't know what is meant by page title. They think that that is the document title or the file name. It is actually neither one of those. This is for when the document would open in a web browser. There's a spot in a web browser where it will tell you, it gives sort of a name in a tab to a page. So I'm going to give you an example here, and I'm going to switch over to my web browser to do it. Okay, so this is our PDF remediation for accessibility page. If you look up here in the tab, it says PDF remediation for accessibility. That is what the document title it's wanting set is. The title will be what appears when the PDF is opened in a web browser. So let's switch back to our PDF here. So I'm going to right click on that and I'm going to click fix, and it may fix it or not. It did, but we still want to make sure that it says what we want it to say, because it might have picked something like the file name and assigned it that instead. So I'm going to go click File, Properties. Remote Work Acknowledgement is what it has set as the title. In this case, we've got Employee Remote Work Arrangement. And that's what we want it to say. So we're going to add employee, and we're going to change acknowledgement to arrangement. And so when someone opens this, like if this is linked on a website and it opens in a web browser tab, this will be the title at the top of the tab. So we're going to click OK. Accessibility check. Nothing. Our document is now completely accessible, and we are good to put it up on the website. I hope this has been helpful to you, and I hope you get plenty of practice from it. And we will look forward to talking to you in the future with more videos. Thank you, and have a great day.